with DAOs, we've kind of seen there's no template currently. Like people have been trying to figure out the best voting structures that they can do. And so as far as trends go, I think just understanding if you want to be a protocol DAO, if you want to be an investment DAO, if you want to be a community DAO, or a hybrid of like a community and investment. So those are kind of the trends I'm seeing. The future for me, definitely, I think NFT-based DAOs are the way to go, just because there's already so much community built on NFTs. People love collecting together. People love different digital art. So if people are drawn to like either high art or interesting PFP characters or different video characters, people are able to gravitate towards that and have a collection, and then figure out how to incentivize, communities and build upon that. So yeah, I think NFT DAOs will be the future trend. And also, I think you definitely have to look at where the laws are, because if you are in America, you have to really try and figure out between an Center of Exchange Commission and like the IRS. I think they have different aspects of what they think about securities. And so figuring out the rubrics of making sure your DAOs are within those guidelines.
Yeah, I mean, you touched upon these requirements for DAOs, and one of the things that when I went to NFT NYC that people were talking about is the regulations are just going to get more for DAOs. It's going to get harder. A lot of what DAOs have been able to get away with will not be the case, and there's going to be a lot more. It's just going to be more regulated. And I spoke to a couple of people that they said they didn't want to start a DAO because of all the legal aspects required. It was a pain, particularly in the United States. I'm opening this up to Andre and Teddy. I'm curious, is this going to be an issue for the DAOs, for the evolution of DAOs moving forward? Is the new regulations coming about, could this hinder the evolution of DAOs?
For my regard, I believe if you decide to keep within the rubrics, I don't see. I know the Center of Exchange Commission and the IRS have very muddy ways of describing the law right now with NFTs in general, cryptocurrencies. But if you are able to create a DAO, maybe have it anchored in an LLC in states like Delaware or Wyoming, which are favorable to like the crypto market and like crypto technology, and also just making sure you keep within the laws, have like a KYC element, an AML element to it. I think you should be able to do well. I think if you're trying to build DAOs with nefarious reasons, you'll end up, the more corners you try and get, the worse it's going to get for you. So I think keep within the rubrics, build, because at the end of the day, we're people who are building DAOs are kind of pioneers in the space. And so they'll be able to navigate this the best that they can see, regardless of what laws are created. And I might be very optimistic here, but I know there's active laws against this, but just if you keep within those rubrics, you should be fine.
I have a comment on this. I couldn't agree more with Teddy. The way that I see, here's the point. There are many cowboys today out there, including in US, like many projects that are sketchy, or they don't ask for KYC. They're just going to a direction that it's going to be too risky. And but in other way, like if you prefer and if you choose projects that are trying to follow the regulatory needs, the requirements, and legislation as much as possible, I think we should be fine. Like DAOs and social tokens, they are here to stay. Not all DAOs are going to be allowed to be sold as as a utility, just because of the way that they were structured. So if you are launching a DAO or if you are buying a DAO, you must to understand the structure of that particular token. So as long as you follow some guidelines, you should be fine. But it's still like, who knows? It's still a question that nobody can answer. But the future is there. It's exciting, and a lot of innovation we're gonna see into this space that probably I don't see that is in a ways to stop.